Hi there, Kerry from the Soap Coach again, and today I'm going to talk to you about 5 things that I think you need to be including on your website for your soap and skincare business. Now, I'm not talking the things that you have to have on your website, so we're not talking privacy policy, refund policy, all about cookies, contact details. We're not talking about any of that. That's a given that needs to be on your website. What we're talking about is 5 things that I've seen missing from other people's websites, which really do make the difference between whether I might buy or not buy or go elsewhere. So we'll crack straight on with that. The first one is have an easy to navigate menu or search bar at the very least. We all have the attention span of a gnat these days. Everybody knows that. If you can't find something fast, you go elsewhere. And unfortunately, that's just the way it is. So if you have your website designed into easy to navigate collections or products, but make sure you've got a menu there as well. And I personally think a search bar is a must. I use the search bar all the time. And if I'm on a website that hasn't got a search bar, I find it really frustrating. So number 1, easy to navigate menu and search bar. Number 2, please have an about page. We are handmade products businesses. There's generally only one person behind it. There's generally a story behind that product or why we started our business. Plus, in today's world of scammers, I think visitors need the reassurance that you're a real person, and they like to know who that person is, what your story is, why you're doing what you're doing. That will quite often push them a long way on in the buying journey. I know it's really tricky to put yourself out there. I know it's difficult to put a photograph up and you feel vulnerable when you do that. But honestly, it is the best way forward. And what's the worst that can happen? I've never had a problem with having my images on any of my websites. And once you start doing things like that more and more and on social media, you will find it so much easier. So please put an about page on. Postage prices, shipping details. So often I find on small business websites, there's no one page where it talks about how much it's going to cost to post the product. Do you have free shipping for over a certain amount? How often do you post out? Do you only post out weekly? Do you post out every day? A lot of that can persuade people to yes, you're the right person for them. They will know what they're getting before they get to the checkout. And if you get to the checkout and you find that you're paying $4.99 postage and you had no idea of that, that is really frustrating and you probably will not go back to that business. So again, postage prices, how often you post out, all of that kind of information. Just be really clear about it all. Number 4, have an email sign-up page. And I know it's techie, although there's relatively simple ways around doing it initially. If somebody's found your page and they haven't bought from you, the chances are they will not go back to your page at any point. They probably landed on it by accident. If you've spent time and effort and energy creating social media posts to drive somebody to your website and they've looked at it and thought, yeah, quite like that, but I'm not in the market for it today, and you haven't got them on your email list, they probably won't find you again. And generally, if somebody needs to hear from you and get to know from you before they'll buy from you. So having an email list really gives you the opportunity to do that, and it's where I make almost all my sales. So please get to grips with the tech. Get an email list, sign up on your website. And the last thing that I think is absolutely vital and makes so much difference to me in both my businesses is having the opportunity to put reviews on and asking for them. So it's no good just having the ability to put a review on there, because unless you ask for the review, people will not, or very rarely will they go back and do it for you. Life's busy and we don't remember. So lots of plug-in apps that you can have with your website. It depends on who you're with. If you're with Shopify, you'll have loads of options. I'm sure WooCommerce and Square and all those are the same as well. But have a way of having reviews on there, and then make sure you ask for them. And this is where the emails come in as well. If you've got somebody purchasing a product from you online on your website, they should automatically go onto your email list. That's allowed through GDPR, it's implied consent, and then have some sort of automation in place so that you then ask for the review a few days afterwards. Okay, so just to recap on that, easy to navigate menu search bar is number one. Number two is have an about page. People really do want to know about you. You're interesting and your journey is interesting. Postage prices and shipping, email sign up, and then finally make sure you've got the option for reviews. Okie dokie, hope that's been helpful.